Hi, myself Samjana Oli, Talent Acquisition Manager at Bangalore Secretary, is here to tell you what an interviewer looks in a resume. No matter what kind of a job you're looking for, your resume is the first point to connect to a recruiter. It holds the power either to make it or break your application. It is this which will determine whether your application will be moving to an interview stage or it will be tossed out among the hundreds of other candidates. An average employer spends 6.25 seconds looking at a resume. Thus, your resume is the first and probably the last chance to capture the attention of an employer. Even if the candidate is brilliant with all the perfect skills required to perform a job, if he is not able to communicate it through a resume, it still can be a drawback. Your resume is the one standing between you and your dream job. Then why not do it the right way? All the outstanding resumes are divided into four major components: the plan, the structure, the content, the design and the format. So let's go over them one by one, which will help you to land an interview for your dream job. Create a blueprint, that is the plan. All the best resumes are built through a proper planning and forethought. So just don't go rushing and start writing whatever comes to your mind. Creating a structured plan before writing a resume will ensure it is crisp, to the point, and accomplishes all your objectives in a best possible manner. Keep it crisp. Do not try to fit in everything related to yourself in a resume. Instead, reverse those details for interview. The main objective of writing a resume is to give an idea about your education and accomplishment at a glance. Understand your employer and the position and offer. A useful exercise to build an exceptional resume is to take your time and understand about the employer first. Read about the company, its mission, its vision, the state of industry, and what are the necessities of the position you are applying for. This will help you to customize your resume and showcase how you are a best and a perfect fit for the company. Be clear about your career objectives. You should not only have a clarity about the company but also your goals too, since an employee evaluates you on this. So take your time and examine why you're looking for a job, why you're applying for a job, and how this position is going to contribute to your future goals. This will help you to make a decent career objective for your resume, which will be a way to communicate to an employer and show how you are a clear-headed and a sorted person. Be your own architect, that is the structure. Now that you have already made a workable plan in your mind, the next step is to figure out how you are going to organize and present the information in the form of a structure. The most important part of the structure is to figure out the skeleton of the resume, that is how you are going to organize the element in it. Personal details. Here you will be mentioning your name, your contact number, your home address and an email ID. Career objectives. A single line statement on the direction you wish your career to take place and what you want to accomplish from the position. Education background. Detail about your education beginning right from 10th standard up till graduation and post-graduation. Work experience. Here you will be mentioning the information related to your internship or any training you have undergone, along with the duration of the experience and what were your roles and responsibilities. Core curricular activities. In this section, you will be mentioning the information related to your practicals and project if you have undertaken any as a part of your academics. Also, here you can mention your published research papers if you have authorized any. Awards and achievement. This section is basically meant for extracurricular activities you have undertaken apart from your academics. Technical skills. Any technical skills you have possessed related to your domain, you can mention all those skills under this section. Interpersonal skills. As you all know, interpersonal skills is an ability to communicate and build a relationship with others. They are also known as people skills. Some of the examples which you could include in your resumes are active listening, teamwork, leadership, confidence, patience, and so on. Hobbies. Any hobbies or extra interests you like to engage yourself in the free time, all those can be mentioned under this section. Organize information. While describing about your work experience, make sure you organize the information by using headings and bullets, instead of writing long paragraphs which have no defined beginning and no ending. Keep description short and simple. Be mindful about how you describe your work and internship experience. Avoid writing long essay paragraphs which will lead a recruiter snoring at the end. And yet, do not keep it too short that the recruiter is left with no clue what kind of work you did. And remember, bullet points are your best friends. Highlight academic credentials. As a fresh graduate, your academic credential will play a vital role in the eyes of a recruiter. So make sure you highlight them properly. You can organize them in the form of a table instead of writing long paragraphs and a pointer format. The tables can have a column for name of the college, the course you did, the year of passing and the marks you scored. Club together all the related information. All the elements of the similar category should be organized in the same section. For example, all your internship experience should go in the same section and not be combined with any other core curricular activities. Know your terms. One should be aware about the difference between curricular activities, core curricular activities and extracurricular activities. Curricular activities. These are those activities which are part of your academics. Example would be projects. Core curricular activities. These are those activities which go hand in hand with your academics but not necessarily be a part of your syllabus. Examples would be research papers and conferences. Extracurricular activities. These are those activities which are not the part of your academics. They fall outside the classroom. Example would be sports. Get the message across. That is the content. The content is supposed to be the heart of your resume. The one which will actually help you to leave a lasting impression in the eyes of a recruiter. An outstanding resume cannot be achieved without a quality content, as it is a way to communicate your worth through your experience and achievement. So make sure that the content of the resume is appropriate. Customize and customize. With resumes, the phrase one size fits all is never applicable. You should customize the content according to the job role you are applying for. And also it should be kept on modifying according to each job you apply. For example, if you are applying for a content writing position, it would be helpful to include the internship done in that domain along with the accomplishment where you will be highlighting the writing and the creativity skills. Mind your language. Pay attention to the language you use while conveying your information. Never use slang or informal language in your resume as they look very unprofessional. And yet, at the same time, avoid using heavy sounding words. And remember, your resume is supposed to be the demonstration of your professional skills to the recruiter and not your English language skills. Expectations versus outcome. While talking about your work experience, focus on accomplishment rather than your duties. Focus on what you did at job instead of what the job was. While writing about your measurable outcomes you achieved from the role, help it with specific numbers. For example, if you are into the field of sales, you can say, "Sir, I generated 50 leads in a matter of 3 months, which will help you to leave a good impression in the eyes of a recruiter." Gorgeous grammar. This one should go without saying. Always use proper grammar in your resume. If your grammar is not strong, take the help of your friend or an expert, but never put out a grammatically mistaken resume, because a resume having correct grammar and punctuation will help you to put a message across which will emphasize your skills and abilities. Ice the cake, that is the design and the format. Like no cake is complete without icing, similarly the format and the design decides a lot of things. The most important, it lets the recruiter see those things which they are looking for. Therefore, an outstanding resume cannot be achieved without an appropriate formatting. There are certain things and pointers which you need to keep in consideration so that your resume looks professional. Aligned right. Always make sure that the headings and bullets are properly aligned. A few misformatted bullets can lead to a bad impression. Colors. You can play around with the look and the feel of your resume depending upon the kind of job you are applying for. For example, if you are applying for a creative job, you can incorporate colors and creative styles in your resume. If you are applying for some developer job like Python developer or Java developer, the resume designs can be black and white, grey or shades of green and blue will be the best choice. The right font. The font type and the size can entirely change the look of your resume. So make sure you don't use complex fonts. as it makes your resume difficult to read. Also, it encourages the employer to overlook it. Instead, choose simple and clear fonts which makes the word clear for the employer. The standard fonts such as Arial, Times New Roman, Calibri, this can be the safer choices. The font size should be readable enough. It should not be smaller than 10 points or ideally it can be 12 points. No capital letters. Do not use capital letters to emphasize or highlight anything in your resume, as it is considered to be rude and people assume and interpret as if you are shouting at someone. One should always avoid writing capital letters apart from headings as they are very difficult to read. Let your resume breathe. Do not try to fit in all the text. Instead, keep your resume clean and easier to read by including lots of white spaces. Include at least one blank line between each section, and the line spacing between the sections should be 1.0 or 1.15 points. The page margin all around the page should be 0.5 to 1 inch. Size matters. The length of your resume should not exceed more than one page. The purpose of writing a resume is to give your recruiter your suitability for the role at a glance. So do not try to defend it. Think to yourself, is this information about me really essential for a recruiter to take a call about me? Now that you have got your answer, remove all the details which do not meet up this criteria. Keep it correct. Your resume is not something which is engraved in stone, right? So you always have a chance of updating it and keep adding those information as and when you accomplish something, so that your resume is correct and up to date. Before applying for any sort of job, make sure you read your resume multiple times so that you include only those information which is relevant for a job. So at the last, I would like to conclude stating that your first impression is your last impression. This particularly goes through for a recruiter who has to go through hundreds of resumes for one position. So make sure this opportunity counts in your favor. And remember, a good resume takes time. But when you land up the dream job of your choice, all these efforts and hard work put into will be worth enough. We have tried and I hope we have given you enough and more tips on how to build a resume. We will be coming up with more useful content on how to mold yourself before an interview and how to crack your interview. So watch out this space for more such videos. And if you feel this video is helpful, like, share, subscribe and hit the bell icon so that you get a notification of our upcoming videos. Thank you.